As my colleague Shilpa very rightly said, there's a Lata song for each emotion that we've experienced. And of course, she's one of the singers who has lived through generations, sang for over 7 decades, a career which has given voice to the leading ladies of the Hindi film industry, and of course, in over 35 languages, touching people across the country, across the continents. Well, if you also have a thought on Lata Didi, on this unfortunate demise that has happened today, a melody that has touched your heart or your life, you can call us live. Share your thoughts with us, what you think about Lata Didi's legacy and how this Nightingale of India has touched your life. 6:30 p.m. that's when the final rites of Lata Didi would be done with all the state honours. There's also a national mourning which has been declared. You have the top dignitaries right from the Prime Minister to everyone across party lines who have expressed their condolences. Call us live, share your memory, share how it has been growing up with the songs of Lata Mangeshkar ji in this country. Well, I'm cutting across to my reporters who are tracking this story. Vinaya Deshpande with us on the broadcast. Mihir is also joining us. Shilpa Ratnam also tracking that story. Shilpa, first coming to you. Tell us about the family that Lata Didi leaves behind. Any word coming in from the family's side?
Well, we think one of her sisters just arrived at the residence a few minutes ago. This is Prabhu Kunj on Pedder Road, that iconic landmark, and her sibling either Usha or Meena have entered. It was from a distance. So she has 4 siblings. She's survived by 4 of them. There is Hriday Mangeshkar, Usha Mangeshkar, Meena Kharikar, and of course the evergreen Asha Bhosle. We are expecting the family to arrive at the residence, proceeding the mortal remains leaving the hospital. The cremation will take place at 6:30 p.m. today, but before that, between 4 to 6 p.m., Lata Didi's remains will be available for her friends, family and fans to come and pay their respects. And of course, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also be reaching Shivaji Park at about 4:30 p.m. Now we also saw actor Anupam Kher at her residence, director Madhur Bhandarkar, filmmaker Ashutosh Gwarikar, and of course lyricist Javed Akhtar, who shared a very special working relationship with Lata Di. So we are expecting more familiar faces at her residence. But for now, her remains remain at Breach Candy Hospital, and a number of dignitaries are also reaching there. In fact, I was informed by my colleague Mihir that Aditya Thackeray had also reached the hospital a while back. But currently at her residence, we are being told that the remains will be brought here for a short period of time, proceeding which they will make their way across to Shivaji Park. And after that, after people pay their last condolences, pay their last respects, after proceeding that the remains will probably be taken to Chandanwadi crematorium, which is the closest crematorium to her residence.
Shilpa Ratnam getting us all the updates from Lata Didi's residence. Cutting across to my colleague Mihir Trivedi as well. He's at the Breach Candy Hospital. Then I'll take in a word from my colleague Vinaya Deshpande as well. Mihir, first to you. Take us through what's happening at the Breach Candy Hospital. I can see a heavy police bandobast around you.
Absolutely. Apart from heavy police bandobast, there is some amount of activity as media has, trained their lenses at the gate. Any time now, Lata Mangeshkar's mortal remains will be taken from this very gate to her residence at Prabhu Kunj, and that's where friends and family will pay the last respect. After that, of course, the mortal remains will make its way to Shivaji Park, where fans and people at large, common people whose lives have been touched by her work, her music, her songs, will get that chance to pay their last respect to Lata Mangeshkar. We have seen a steady flow of VIPs entering Breach Candy Hospital ever since the news came out of Lata Mangeshkar's sad demise. At this point, what we can tell you is Sachin Tendulkar is inside, and Aditya Thackeray, and this has been a constant process since the morning when Nitin Gadkari came here and of course also addressed the media and broke the news in many ways that the Nightingale is no more. After that, it was, of course, the doctor who came out and gave more clarity on what had gone wrong. At around 8:12 a.m. today, Lata Mangeshkar passed away after multiple organ failure. And since then, there have been, condolences pouring in. Fans have been expressing their complete sadness on social media. And of course, there is some amount of fans gathered here also with the kind of activity also. But these are people who have been inspired by Lata Mangeshkar's music. These are people, in spite of heavy security and police bandobast, are trying to do the last darshan of this legendary singer who is no more, who will of course remain with us, with her music, her work, that will continue to, that will continue to inspire people for generations
for
now.
generations to come.
Point,
And an artist, they say,
gate.
never dies, and that's the work of art that will continue to remain with us for the times to come. Vinaya Deshpande is also with us on the broadcast. Vinaya, through her splendid work, with that melodious voice filled with love and innocence, Didi had earned admirers. Whether it's the Thakres or Sachin Tendulkar, her love for cricket, of course, was one thing that was much talked about.
Well, yes, it's an extremely sad and somber moment for millions of music lovers across the world. As one of her fans on social media put it rightly, that every Indian has lost one of the family members today, and everyone has lost a part of himself or herself. It's an extremely sad day. We have been seeing how VIPs have been queuing at the Breach Candy Hospital to pay their last respects. I am outside Shivaji Park crematorium, where till some time ago a bunch of ambulances were parked. If I request my video journalist Tabrez to show you around, barricading has already begun at this place. But remember, just a few minutes ago, bandobast has started moving from crematorium to Shivaji Park, which is barely 200 meters away from here. Now, it was last time when Bharat Thakre's demise had happened. That was the time when the last rites were carried out at Shivaji Park. But right now at Shivaji Park crematorium, we can see that there is some police presence. Barricading has been happening, while police are now slowly moving towards Shivaji Park, where the last immortal remains of Lata Mangeshkar will be brought at around 4 o'clock.
I'm just going to interrupt you for a second. I think there are some developments happening which at the Breach Candy Hospital. Mihir, take us through what's happening there.
See visuals right in front of you. These are mortal remains of Lata Mangeshkar. Now they are heading straight to Prabhu Kunj, where of course friends, families and close people of the family will get to pay the last respect to Lata Mangeshkar. And we have seen a string of high profile leaders coming here since the morning, and these are cars that are leaving. That one of them also includes Aditya Thakre. Sachin Tendulkar's car has just left. They are in fact escorting the ambulance all the way till Prabhu Kunj, where we know that several people from the film industry, several admirers, people who have associated with the Mangeshkar family closely over the years from different walks of life, will pay their last respect to Lata Didi, be it the sports fraternity or the political fraternity, or of course her very own Bollywood. There will be a lot of crowd there. People will gather to pay the last respect to this legendary singer who's inspired with her work over the years, and the work will continue to inspire generations further on. After Prabhu Kunj, of course, the mortal remains will be taken to Shivaji Park, where we did see in the morning that Aditya Thakre personally went and supervised all the arrangements to ensure that she gets the kind of farewell she deserves, and those arrangements are complete, and in some time from now, once the mortal remains of Lata Mangeshkar reaches her residence, it will be taken to Shivaji Park. But at this point, the big news is the mortal remains of Lata Mangeshkar has left from Breach Candy Hospital and headed straight to Prabhu Kunj, her residence in Pedder Road.
Yes.